Hey everyone, welcome to 3B Outside the Classroom. Today the video is going to be about a flipped classroom, and I'm making this for you guys so you can understand a little bit of what I've been doing the past couple of weeks in my classroom, or the past quarter. I'm going to run it a lot like I run a normal video, and you can actually see the other videos that have been posted online on the email that Laura sent out. And just click on that link, and that's the link to my channel on YouTube where all the videos are available. So I'm going to do this just like I do a normal classroom video, trying not to be, what's the word, pandering maybe. So I'll do my best to keep it not so annoying. So usually I go over a schedule with the class. So we do a learning target, key vocabulary, and then we talk actually about what's in the video, or the lesson of the day. So the learning target for us today is understand the basics of a flipped classroom. And our key vocabulary will be actually the flipped classroom and then the flipped mastery. So if you're interested in learning more about that, watch the rest of the video. So the reason for this video is before the meeting we actually want to know what a flipped classroom is, so you come in with a little bit of prior knowledge so I can go into the deeper meaning behind it and give you more examples of it and not have to take the time to do it inside, just like you would be doing in your classroom for a flipped classroom. So the ultimate goal for this is to flip what you're doing, so that's where the name comes from. So instead of doing homework at home like traditional style homework, you actually get the lesson that should be taught at home. And then you come and do the work inside of school. The work is then done in a deeper way and with more understanding of it. Then the learning is done by the students and not being taught by you explicitly. It's not just reading. So if you were to say, okay, I'm going to flip my classroom and just give them packets of paper to read every night, that's not really what a flipped classroom is. That's just reading homework, because the teacher isn't giving explicit instruction on that reading, so you have to do it in a different way. Some examples are obviously videos like this one and like I've been doing. You can send home PowerPoints, which are also, again, getting borderline on just reading information because the kids can interpret it the way they do. Video lectures, so you could actually take the time and do a video lecture at home, which would be very difficult. Maybe at a higher level might be easier. Class discussions might help, so you can give them a reading, but then have a time where everybody meets and does a class discussion on maybe WhatsApp or things like that. Podcasts, audio recordings, things like that. So there are many ways to do this, but videos tend to be the most popular way, and I think the easiest way. You can also, instead of making new videos for every time, you can just set a video camera up in your classroom to record your actual lectures during your lessons. So then by the end of the year, you have all these lectures recorded. The ultimate goal is to be able to come to class and start working on projects, getting involved in the lesson that was taught at home. So you take that maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes even that you would be lecturing at school, and you give that at home in a 10, 15-minute video. Sorry, Mila's crying. In a 10, 15-minute video, and then you come to school, and all that time you have left over, you're able to do more in-depth studies of the lesson that you taught at home. And that's kind of the basics of a flipped classroom. Now the flipped mastery is a little bit different. This I thought about doing, but in elementary school it might be really tough, maybe in 5th grade, but when you get up into middle school and high school, the flip mastery is that you have all your videos available to the students and they work at their own pace through them. And then you have assignments based on that they do inside a class when they come. So they work at their own pace instead of, because every student works differently. So a student could finish halfway through the year with every assignment that they need. That's when you give them more challenging work. Or some students might have to take longer time on it. So that's the basics of a flipped classroom and a flipped mastery classroom. So hope you enjoyed. And the last thing I usually do on these videos is make sure that students have a way to make sure that students have watched the entire video. So I'll put a word of the day at the end of it that the students will write down on their notes to make sure that I know that they watched the video. So please try to remember this or write it down because I will ask during the meeting, during my presentation, and the word is flip it. So remember, because I'll give you a chance during it to write it down and then hold it up in the air or whatnot. The next thing I always do is I usually add music like I did to this video, and I give a hint on the artists, and I give prizes to students who guess the artist or went online and researched to find who the artist was. So if you can give me, I'm not going to give you a hint, but if you can tell me the artist of the song or bring it to I'll have a prize for you there. And then I also end with a math joke to kind of keep things light and keep the kids interested in the videos. So why can't you do math in a jungle? You can't do math in the jungle because there's too many cheetahs. Okay, thanks for watching and have a great day.